Lincoln City's Danny Cowley games of this magnitude aren't won and lost in press conferences, but they can set the tone and, predictably, Danny Cowley has played his cards right in the build-up. Lincoln boss has claimed underdog status for his team ahead of the return, despite the fact the market is unable to separate them following Saturday's 0-0 draw at Sincil Bank. It was an assertion that went unchallenged by the local media, so we can only assume it has also been happily bought into by his players. And Cowley went a step further when asked about reports linking Paul Tisdale with the vacant post at MK Dons, respectfully insisting that such speculation wouldn't affect the Exeter boss, but it might unsettle his players. These emergents only matter because the margins are so fine, and when the margins are fine you must be ready to take any possible edge you can get. This is marginal gains culture in action, in a context when an extra 1% here or there can reap huge rewards. These are the death or glory scenarios when it pays most to live and die by the bottom line. Tisdale, by contrast, has an entirely different outlook, a cultured mindset that generates consistency throughout a season but isn't necessarily conditioned to peak when it matters most. When asked about the pressure building ahead of the second leg, he said, "I'm not going to try and deflect it or come up with any kidology. I don't think there's any need for that." Tisdale rarely considers anything beyond the actual performance. If the Grecians have something tactical up their sleeve and impose their style on the game better than Lincoln do, they will progress to Wembley. But you suspect the first goal is indicative and vital for them more than the Imps. Exeter will probably throw most of their best punches before the interval. Should the visitors go deep into the 90 minutes without losing their foothold, you fancy them to gradually turn the screw and eventually reach a tipping point where all those little extras, the psychology, the strength and conditioning, start to fall into place. Back the draw, Lincoln halftime, full-time bet at 11 halves and stick an additional point on the 0-2 correct score at 13/1. Recommended bets: 1 PT draw, Lincoln halftime, full-time at 5/1, 1 PT Lincoln 2-0 correct score at 11/1. Odds correct as of the 18th of May 17, 11 hours 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Odds are subject to change. Odds correct as of the 18th of May 17, 11 hours 11 minutes and 6 seconds. Odds are subject to change. Want to read more football articles? Register with The Sportsman to personalize your news feed with your favorite sports and football team.